Good morning, my dear students, and a very warm welcome to all of you in this e-learning session. Welcome to Science by Harsha ma'am. Now, my dear friends, as you already know, we have completed the entire portion, and now from today, we are going to see the entire portion from your assignment. Yes, we'll go through each and every point of your assignment, and we are going to carry forward it. Okay, we will also go through the reading of the part. First of all, I am waiting for you for a minute, and in that 1 minute, very quickly, you have to arrange your assignment with you. Okay, in this 1 minute time I'm giving you, you have to remove your assignment, keep it with you, and from that we are going to discuss each and everything. I hope you have got the assignment, and this is the assignment you might have received. So, as a part of our assignment work, we will discuss the entire assignment so that whenever any type of question or any type of depth knowledge is, whichever is concerned with respect to this assignment, there are many type of activities, and we will go through this all the activities. We will go through the entire part so that you can understand it. So that's all, and I hope you are having now the assignment with you. Your 1 minute timing is now over. One by one, we will go through the entire reading of the part. First of all, you know that the word force is frequently used in our day-to-day life. हम रोज ये word force use करते ही हैं. A football resting on the ground remains motionless unless and until you kick it. You know it is not going to move. Your science book will remain on the table unless and until you pick it up. If you hold your book above the ground and let it go, what will happen? The gravity, with the help of gravity, it will move down. In every one of these cases, the motion of the ball or the book was changed by something pushing or pulling, and hence a push or pull acting on a substance is called as force. So that is the basic definition of force. So this is the basic definition of force. That is push or pull on some object, what it is termed as force. Now let us move further. You can have a look at the activity 1, in which they have given you one table, and you have to try to say what it is. It is pushing or pulling. Moving a book which is placed on the table. What you are doing? Which thing is pushed, and that you have to mention. Next, opening or shutting of the door. It is including pushing as well as pulling. Drawing a bucket from the water. You cannot push the bucket. What you have to do? You have to lower it down and you have to pull it. So it is not push. You are having a football. Now football you are not going to pull. It is pushing the football. A cricket ball, when it is hit by the batsman, it is again pushing, and it is not pulling the ball. Moving a loaded cart, that is including pushing as well as pulling. Opening a drawer, what it is including? Pulling and not pushing. So in this way, by the action you have to decide कि आप उसे push कर रहे हो, धक्का मार रहे हो, आप उसे खींच रहे हो. In some cases it is both, in some cases it is only pushing, and in some cases it is only pulling. Depending on the activity it comes. So any of these actions, either pushing or pulling, both includes force. Forces are due to an interaction. अभी आप खुद ही next diagram में you can observe that there is a car and a person is standing. Now If the person is just simply standing and looking at the car and just thinking, now come on car, move, come on car, move, come on car, move, will it move? No. Uh, like unless and until if anyone who is sitting inside is moving it, that in that case it will move. Otherwise, it is not going to move just by the thoughts. So let the man begin to push the car, that is, he is applying the force, the car may begin to move in the direction. The man is pushing the car to make it move. For this example, we can conclude that interaction is needed between minimum two objects. Yes, कम से कम दो objects हमें चाहिए so that we can move further. Some other examples of interaction between them are given in the next figure 3 and figure 4. Here you can see that the man is, there are two men who are wrestling with the help of the arm, and they are pushing each other because one will try to push in one direction, another one is going to try to push in another direction. Girls are pulling each other while dancing. Then there are two wrestlers who are applying force on each other. Now in the case next, the last figure which you can see, I hope you can observe the last figure in which a cow is getting pulled by the man. Now cow will try to resist that pull, and the man is trying to pull it towards itself. So that is what an example of force. So whenever the force is acting, this is an important point, that minimum two objects are needed for interaction. इंटरैक्शन करने के लिए मिनिमम दो ऑब्जेक्ट्स चाहिए और चाहिए. Next is exploring force. In the game of tug of war, two teams, they are pulling the rope in opposite direction, as you can see. Members of both the teams, they are trying to pull the rope in their direction. Sometimes the rope is simply not going to move because if one is pushing this side, one is pushing this side, and if both are applying the push in the same direction, in that case the rope will not move. So finally, the team which is pulling it harder will be able to fetch it, and ultimately they will win. The next activity you are having, take a heavy box which can be pushed only by pushing hard. Try to push it by yourself. Now here there are two cases. There is a block. This block is moved. This is kept when stationary first. Then we are trying to move. Only one person is applying, suppose say 5 Newton force, and then it is going. Here 2 persons each are applying 5 Newton force, and in this way it is going. Here 2 persons are applying in the opposite direction, maybe sometimes equal, maybe sometimes different, in that case it is going. Here if only one person is applying the force in this direction will be of 5 Newton. All these are in Newton. If 2 persons, if they are applying the similar force in one direction, it will be 5 plus 5, which is 10 Newton. So here the resultant will be 5 Newton, here it will be 10 Newton, and here it will be 0 Newton. Why? Because over here the directions of both are different. Both are cancelling each other's effect, and so here what will be the total? It will be 0 Newton. So here they have asked you same. Now let us go through the activity which is written over here. Take a heavy box which can be moved only by pushing hard. Try to push it hard by yourself, and you can see the figure as shown in the figure 6a. Let you are able to push the box with some difficulty. Now ask one of your friends to help you in pushing in the same direction. You can see now it becomes easier to move it because double the amount of force is applied. Now push the same box and ask your friend to push in the opposite direction. What you will observe? You will see that it is very difficult to move the box. Box will not move if both you and your friend apply the same force. If box moves, it will surely move in the direction greater than the force. What can be concluded from this? Conclusion is, force applied on the object in the same direction will add to each other. If two forces act in the opposite direction on the object, net force is the difference of the two forces. The force of different magnitudes, that is, one force can be greater or smaller than the other. The strength of the force is measured by its magnitude only, and along with the magnitude, direction is also needed. If the direction or magnitude are changing, then the force will change. If many forces are acting simultaneously on the object, the effect on the object is due to the net force acting on it. So this conclusion part is very important over here, and right now you have to note down these 2 points as well as conclusion from your assignment. Come on, note it down. You are getting exactly 2 minutes time. Note down this content as well as the conclusion from the assignment, which is written on page number 3 on the left hand side, because that is very important part. As a part of the note, you have to mention it. Quickly do it. Then we'll start on with the next part, which is the concept drilling of the same. Then we are having some of the questions related to it. Okay. Quick. So I hope you have noted it down. Even the conclusion you have mentioned, expecting that I'm going to move further. Let's start on further. Concept drilling. You're facing eastward, standing in front of the gate that can swing. In what direction, uh, if you force, if you pull the gate, push on the gate? Okay, just try to think the concept. It's very easy. You are facing east and you are standing in front of the gate, which can move, it can swing. Now, in what direction will you push or pull? What will you do? Because you are facing eastward, to pull on the gate, you have to apply the force in west direction. Pulling is in opposite direction. Pushing is in the same direction. To push on the gate, how you have to apply the force in the same direction, that is east. लिखा हुआ होता है ना, push, pull ऐसे gates पे. If you have to pull it, then pulling is in opposite direction. If you have to push it in the same direction. So that is what the concept over here. Main concept, I hope you are understanding. This is the drilling part over here. Pushing is in same direction, while when you are pulling in the opposite direction. That is what is needed over here. Okay, so I hope you are clear now. The next activity you are having, suppose you and your friends are pushing the door of the room from opposite sides. एक जना इस direction में धक्का मारा है, दूसरा उस direction में धक्का मारा है. Now ऐसा करना मत, don't do it, otherwise what will happen? Your mother will slap you. You are trying to close the door while the another one is trying to open it. Initially the door is going nowhere. This is because both of you are applying the same force. The door is not moving because forces exerted are equal. Door is closing because someone is pushing greater. And if greater than that the force is applied, then it will be pulled. Now you try to increase your force and ask your friend to do the same at the same stage. More than your friend, the door will get closed. This is because the door will move in the direction of the net force. So force can change the state of motion. It can change either the speed of the object, the direction of motion, or both described in its state of motion. Force can bring the change in state of motion of any object. Okay, that means now we are going to discuss this concept, which is effects of force. The very first effect which is mentioned over here is force can change the state of motion of the object. Matlab, if any object is at rest, if the object is at rest, then it may start its motion, और vice versa. उल्टा भी हो सकता है कि वो अगर मोशन में है, then it can come to rest. Force can move a stationary object, and force can also stop a moving object. These are two things which we have to talk about. Here, come to the next activity. Take a rubber ball, the one which you see in the cricket, and place it on the table. Now gently push the ball along the level surface. You will see that it is going to move. Push the ball again while it is still moving. Then its speed will change. It may increase or decrease depending on which direction you are applying the force. Now place your palm in front of the moving ball. अगर ball जा रहा है और आप यहाँ हाथ रख देते हो, then what will happen? it will stop the moving. Remove the palm as soon as it will touch the ball. Here, your palm is not going to apply any type of force. The speed of the ball will not change uh, by just simply touching it. Now hold the moving ball. You will see it is stopping. That is, speed is ultimately going to become a zero. What is the conclusion over here? This observation suggests that the force of that is applied on any object may change the speed. If the force is applied in the direction of the motion, speed will increase. If the force is applied in the direction opposite to the motion, then the speed will decrease. This conclusion part are very important. Again, note down this content as well as the conclusion part. After that, we'll move further. Be quick. So I hope you have mentioned and noted everything. Now let's move further on the next part. So force can move a stationary object, that is a force can cause the stationary object to move. As you can see, the very first one, the player is kicking the football. Next is a hockey player, he is hitting the ball. Then the third case, the fielder is throwing the ball. The ball at rest will come into motion when the force is applied on it. Force can also stop a moving object. For example, you can see a goalkeeper who is catching the ball, and ultimately the object which was at rest, in motion, came to rest. And in the next case, a cyclist, if he is moving and uh, he's supposed to apply the brakes, so whenever the person who is moving can come to rest. Now we are having check your concepts 1.1. How does the speed of the object traveling in a straight line change if non-zero net force acts in the direction of the motion of the object? The very first question, you are having three questions. Next one is the Suresh and Ramesh, they are applying forces on a table. If the table is not moving, what can you predict about their forces? And neglect any of the force that is like friction. Third one, a fielder is catching a ball in the game of the cricket. How the direction of force and the velocity of the ball be related? So here you are having three questions of check your concepts. I'm giving you exactly 2 minutes time to write the answer to this. After you write the answer, afterwards, I will dictate the same answers. I will explain you all the three answers. I'll note down all the three answers, or I'll explain you all three answers. After that, you can judge about your answer, whatever you have written. Okay? So, take the 2 minutes time on check your concepts questions. These are very important. Uh, okay? So, quickly try it out. So now let's move further. Your 2 minutes are over now. And now I am going to discuss the questions with you. And here are the questions. How does the speed of an object traveling in a straight line change when net force is acting in the direction of motion of the object? Check out the conclusions. If force acts in the direction of the motion of the object, then the ball or the object speed will increase. कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट अगर जा रहा है आप उसको उसी की डायरेक्शन में अगर आप फोर्स लगाते हो then what will happen, its speed will increase. Moving on the second one. Suresh and Ramesh, they are applying the force on the table. The table is not moving. Now, if both are applying in the opposite direction and same value force, then and only then it is not going to move. So, Suresh and who is his friend? Ramesh are applying force of equal magnitude and direction of both the forces is opposite. Hence, the table does not move. You should be able now to, whenever you read the question, you should be able to think over it and to correlate it. A fielder is catching the ball. How the direction of the force and velocity of the ball be related? Okay, there is a fielder and here is how the ball is coming. How is the person catching like this? This is the velocity of the ball and this is the direction of the force. So the velocity of the ball as well as the force that is applied, both the directions are totally opposite. So because both the directions are totally opposite, the ball will come to rest. Okay, so these are the answers of check your concepts. And as we have finished that, the next part you are having is the conclusion. Force can increase. That is the next concept which we are doing. कि वो speed बढ़ा भी सकता है और speed कम भी कर सकता है. And on that basis, you are having few activities. Before we deal with that activities, try to audit your answers, try to check it, and after that, we'll move further in the further concepts. Be quick. So I hope you have noted. Now let's move further. Next concept, the force can increase or decrease the speed of a moving object. The force can increase or decrease the speed as it is given over here. If you are kicking the football in the direction of its motion, then its speed will increase. And when you apply the brake on the bicycle, you know that its speed will decrease, because in both the cases, the forces are acting in the opposite direction. You are having one more activity. Take a ball and place it on the tabletop and move it by giving it a push. Now place a ruler from the geometry box. By doing so, if you apply the force, you'll observe that the ball will change its direction after getting struck with the ruler. As you can see in the figure B on page number 6, that its direction is changing. Now you can repeat the same activity by obstructing the moving ball at different angles. So in whichever angle you are hitting, if in this direction, it will come back in this direction. If it is going straight away, then it may start moving in the left or right. You'll observe that the direction changes. So what can be concluded from this? The thing that can be concluded is force can change the direction of the moving object. Force can cause a moving object to change its direction. For example, in the game of cricket, a batsman is applying force to change the direction of the ball that is coming towards him. There are a few more examples which are seen on page number 6, right hand side. For example, force can make object to rotate if, like a fan, if it is free to rotate about an axis. Uh, as you can see over here in the figure 14. The girl, okay, in common language you call it as langaryu. So you can see the girl is whirling the stone in a vertical circle, and she is changing the direction of the stone by applying force on it. बस फेरा हुआ करूँ फेरा हुआ करूँ. At each and every place the direction is changing. Next, for example, you can see the force of the wind is moving the windmill. Person who is driving the car rotates the steering and he is applying the force by his hands. The next concept is force can also change the shape of the object. Force can bring the change in the shape of the object. For example, you are having a spring. If you compress it, or if you expand it or you compress it, its shape will change. The balloon is there, inflated balloon. If you are pressing it, its shape will change. Then activity 5, take a lump of dough, that is wheat flour and water. If you press it with your hands, you can see that its shape is changing. It will remain at rest, and after applying force, it will change its shape. And an object cannot change its shape by itself. खुद ही पानी और आप डो रख तो ऐसा ज़रूरी नहीं है कि ऐसा आपको पता ही है कि उसका शेप चेंज नहीं होगा unless and until you apply the force. And force that does not necessarily cause a body to change its rest or motion. The next part is the concept drilling part, which is having some of the numericals with it, and that will be done in our further sessions when in our next lecture when we will meet. And that is all, my dear friends, for today. I hope you have understood all the concept. Whatever is done over here, we discussed about what is force, what are the effects of force, and concept drilling about the effects of force will be done in our next lecture. Along with the concept drilling, we'll also discuss about the two balanced and unbalanced forces. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for listening to me and have a very good day. Do the homework regularly, try to follow all the instructions. This is the entire revision from the assignment, and assignment is done in a very nice manner, containing all the more number of activities which are included also in the NCRT textbook. These are added so that more number of activities are added so that your brain will respond very quickly regarding any type of push or pull or any other concept, whatever new thing is coming. So that's all for today. Thank you so much and have a very good day. Bye bye.